Hey everybody, welcome to Funnel Hacker TV. We are done officially with day 3 of Funnel Hacking Live. We have a couple of guests on we're going to introduce here in a minute, but oh my gosh, day 3 is over. We can't wait to tell you a recap, tell you some takeaways, tell you some of our favorite speakers. So we will get into all of that right after we roll the intro.
We are part of an underground group of entrepreneurs that you've probably never even heard of before. We are funnel hackers, and these are our stories.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Funnel Hacker TV. We are so excited to be able to have you guys here. It is time. It is time to celebrate. We get to recap everything that happened today at Funnel Hacking Live day 3. I can't believe that we're on day 3. It feels like day 4. It has been nuts. It's just a deluge of content. Okay, so if you guys don't know, my name is Ben Moot. This is
Susan Leonardson.
And we have a couple of guests with us today on Funnel Hacker TV. Some funnel hackers who've been with us for a while. We originally met 2 years ago at Funnel Hacking Live just down the street. So we have with us, I'll let you introduce yourselves.
Brandon Guthrie
and Steve Izaki.
Yes. And they run an agency and they're spectacular. We love them. They're just great friends. And so we just wanted to be able to bring somebody on. And you guys have won a 2 Comic Club Award.
Yes.
And that's when I first met you. You were like coming out, you're like, yeah, we just did this. And I'm like, wait, what? And then found out we were in the same mastermind for a while from Caleb. Caleb is spectacular. What's
Caleb Christensen.
Thank you.
Yep.
Caleb Christensen runs a really cool mastermind. And so that
Funnel Flow Mastermind. Shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
Sure.
Yes. He puts in so much work. And so we met, we got all this set up, and we masterminded for a long time together. And so at this point, we're looking for people that we could have come on that are a different view and different angle. And I'm just grateful that they were available. So thanks for dropping everything and jumping on. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're pumped to be here. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Sure.
So before we get started, why don't we watch? So we finally got the recap video from yesterday. They played this at the very beginning of the day. Figured maybe you'd want to see it because it was sick. It was really good. It's only about 1.5 minutes, but it's really good. Should we turn that on?
Yeah, let's go ahead and
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, here we go.
You can only get so much watching content. At some level, you have to engage with each other.
What Russell and Todd are about to reveal will truly revolutionize the way you do business.
The vision of ClickFunnels 2.0 is massive.
Whatever you guys need to accomplish your goals in your business, that has been the primary focus since the beginning on ClickFunnels 2.0.
But what I want you to understand is that if you are doing the business way that most people aren't doing, which is great, you have all these tools that you've learned, but if you're not doing it correctly through this lens I want to share with you guys today, then you can actually have a business that pays you that's a lot easier, a lot less stress, and you can be successful.
Last round, here we go.
That is so cool.
Dude,
I absolutely love it.
That's powerful.
Wow. Oh my gosh. It was cool to be able to see it too live, and be able to have it there and have everyone like freak out. So the internet is so weird here that like they were up until 3 a.m. just trying to upload it. So that way those who have no life at night are able to actually do all the editing for us during Funnel Hacking Live and send it back to us. So it was absolute madness. But it was so good. So with that said, we figured we'd run through the day.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Let's kind of do a recap. So we checked in with you guys earlier today and we did a kind of recap of what happened up until I think it was after lunch. So people were on stage. Jody Moore was on stage when we went live.
Yep.
And so there's been a lot that's happened since then. So
oh my gosh, the panel was heavy and everyone was on fire. Everyone loved it. It was really, really good.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so first off, let's start off because we got to talk about the first half of the day. What stood out from you guys for the first half of the day? So in the morning was
Yeah, amazing. Powerful speakers. First and foremost, thank you to ClickFunnels and Russell and everybody that's behind this. Amazing.
Absolutely.
Epic value, epic energy, epic people. So
Life changing.
first and foremost there,
Yeah.
want to start with that. But then on the speakers for day 3, I got to say Ben Hardy was my favorite. So shout out to Ben Hardy. If you're watching this right now, you crushed it, my man. And
Yeah.
honestly, super powerful. So much perspective shifts that I had. And I know our partners had. That's going to be a catalyst for something that's going to happen in the next days to come and the next month and before the end of the year. And I'll also say that I really love Neo's challenge. And I love when he said, write down a consequence if you don't take action. And I was like, ooh,
yes.
this is our consequence that we wrote down that each of us has. And it's a good consequence. If we don't take action, we have to donate $10,000 to a charity each. And that's 3 different people. So it's a good thing either way. But so that honestly, that was, but Ben Hardy took it away from me for sure.
That's cool. Steve.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's kind of a tie between Eric Thomas, man. He killed it.
Oh yeah.
He's just powerful for me. It was my first time actually seeing him live. You know, seen his videos before, but it was powerful.
He woke everyone up.
Oh yeah.
He was audible caffeine.
Yeah.
Literally.
That was cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And but Barry Baumgartner.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a personal interest in events. On the personal side, with my own brand that and so, but basically, I've returned to my first love, making music. And it was, and I've been able to tap into the funnel hacking community and all the music related stuff. And I totally see a future and a mass movement based around making music. So
that is cool.
That is awesome.
it's coming up. So yeah, events is part of the vision.
Awesome. Cool. Okay, so that was day 1 or day 3. Beginning of day 3 was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we since we've gone live with you guys, we had dinner, came back. Russell actually came back out on stage and was like, okay, the next presenters are here because they're all implementing what he teaches into their businesses in different ways. So he brought out a variety of speakers, and they all happen to be the speakers that submitted the videos in the video contest to get chosen as a speaker. And so there were 6 of them. I think that book is right?
Yeah.
There were 6 of them that spoke tonight, and they were all awesome. They all spoke about their different things, but how it fits in to what Russell teaches. Did you guys have any standouts there?
I would say Tim Shields was very interesting. I was surprised what he could do with a landscape photography. It gives so much belief when you see that, how far he's been able to take it. He's got that 2 X Club award from that. So that was big perspective shift. Obviously ROR, Chris Voss.
Absolutely.
That's first and foremost is why we're all here. I feel like we all know the power of in-person relationships and caring and being grateful. Like, I'm grateful for you guys. So, that's where it starts. And so I love that. So those are powerful. I love Dominic, DJ. So Steve was falling right in line with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steve's definitely in line with that there.
Steve, what did you think about Dominic?
Oh, he's great. He's great, very inspirational. Love the story that the typical struggling, the struggling artist, right? Artistpreneur. So and then seeing the success through the funnel hacking community and using ClickFunnels. I love it. It's very inspirational.
Very cool. Did you have anybody else that stood out to you?
Well, yeah, personally, Chris Voss,
Yeah.
Chris's story,
very touching.
it hit.
Very touching.
It hit. It was so he talked about Dave Woodward and his relationship with Dave, and was as respectful as could ever be. But his whole story of return on relationships, if you guys remember the interview we did with him, He even talked to us afterwards about like his relationship with people and like in the ClickFunnels community and how it's been so important to him. It was a beautiful presentation.
Yes.
100%.
Absolutely.
What about you, Ben?
So
Besides Chris Boss.
okay, so first off, I was shocked how Tim Shields commanded the room. Like I was shocked, like when Tim started to share certain things, like the room would erupt. I think he got some of the biggest pops from the room, from the panels, and so that was surprising. Like I've been talking to him previously, like he's dynamic, he's capable, but man, that was just another level. And so it was just really interesting to be able to see that. But I think I love hearing Doug. I love hearing Doug Boughton. Like there's something about having a list the size of the list that he has, which is not large, and being able to do what he does with that and be able to really make such a dramatic change. And it's like, you know, you need to rewrite the rules of what you think success requires and instead give with everything that you've got as your natural power. And so it was cool. I have a feeling I know who you loved hearing from.
Yes. Well, first of all, let's mention Miranda Pierce.
Yes, Miranda.
Miranda. So we had Doug, we had Tim, we had Chris Voss, we had Miranda Pierce, we had Dominic Prone, and then my personal favorite, Andrea Peer, because she is my business partner. She did awesome. She came out, she told a story about how she wanted to buy a motorcycle and how she wanted to be part of like the club, right? And she perfectly aligned that with, like, you know, when you come into 2CCX, when you come into one of Russell's programs, you're like part of that club. And she gave some awesome advice to funnel builders and agencies about how basically what we have done of pairing like a unique differentiator with Russell. Like we have our unique thing, paired it with Linchpin, and like that's how we're winning. So she gave some awesome tips on that.
Yeah, and to add to that, 100%, I was going to say that I love that she's spreading the word that even if you don't have a list or a business, that you can get started. I mean, that's how I got started, right? I didn't have much. I didn't have any money. How can you start making an impact and making revenue and changing your life and changing other people's lives? You can serve them and as a service, right? So, I mean, as a 16-year-old kid, when I first got started in business, you know, that's how you can do it. When you got no money, you know, you can start getting out there and start learning these things and start implementing them. And it was encouraging to see some kids that are learning to build funnels. Yeah, they're like 16 years old, you know, and
there's a
amazing
16-year-old, 12-year-old, maybe both, that
and
got
15.
all of the certifications.
Yes,
that's impressive.
For Funnel Builder program.
Yeah,
like
it was unreal, and meeting them was crazy. So I got to meet them both, and they almost just made me cry. They love all of this so much, and they're in it, and like they're like, I'm trying to get out of my situation, or I'm absolutely in love with this. How do I work at ClickFunnels one day? It just blew my mind. It's really interesting to see, like, ClickFunnels is so much about community, and the community is so much about impact and legacy.
I love this community.
That it changes like everything. So like when you have something like that where you have the next generation standing up as well. One thing that was interesting to me with the All Roads Lead To panel was how much everyone worked in the Linchpin models. Like it feels like it's becoming the language of the community more than it's just Russell's ideas. And that was so cool.
Absolutely, yeah.
That was like, it's almost like the community starting to lift it up. And so you could tell how much work and effort went into everybody's presentations in order to get them to this level where, I mean, everybody only had like, what, 12, 15 minutes?
Yeah, I think Dominic had like 19 minutes was the longest, and everyone else had like 13 minutes. So they were like cramming in a lot of value.
It was smashed. Like they would start, and if you weren't paying attention, you missed it. It was so much value. So
they all did a great job.
Yeah,
absolutely.
100%.
And then I just want to state, in order to make everybody feel so sad that they weren't here, Russell made the offer of a lifetime, and it was sick. And I was able to work the tables, had a great time. You were like just funnel hacking the whole thing, apparently.
Oh yeah, I was soaking it in. The pitch was lit. That's for sure. So
Yeah.
no, yeah. I mean, so much value after value after value. You know, it's like the stack is strong.
Yeah.
The stack is
Very-
strong with this one.
Very potent. Very potent.
Yes.
You guys may have remembered when we covered day one with Garrett White. We told you like he was teaching about running the programs with a facilitator model.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
That's great stuff.
can we
Yeah, we can talk about this.
so
Yeah.
that's how like Russell's turning all of his coaching programs into this facilitated learning model. And so that's what it's going to be like moving forward. Obviously, it's all completely based around Linchpin and growing continuity in your business and all of those things that he's been already teaching for the past year inside the program.
My favorite thing about the whole pitch was he split it into phases again. So we have, and so now it's like, depending on where you're at, you have phases and it moves you through. So maybe you already have a lot of your business set up. There's just a couple little tweaks you need to make and you can get into the next phase and the third phase. And so that was really cool to be able to see. Chico, we see you. You wanted to see the stat. You see what the offer was. It was absolutely awesome. So facilitated events that teach the linchpin, coaching, support, and ClickFunnels account to go with. Like there was just so much. It was so cool.
Yeah. Seeing those facilitated events gave me a lot of certainty, you know, that we were going to be handheld through that process. So when I heard that, I was like, wow, I was leaning in for sure.
Yeah. It's a cool program. So we've been able to like test a couple of the facilitated events. You got to go to one. And they are run so well and so well organized. And it's interesting because Russell will record the stuff and get things right. And he's like, you know what? I think we could do this better. And he'll readjust. And like, there's something really, really powerful about facilitated events and getting it right. And as Garrett said, if you'd want to get people to take some action, you build a course. If you want them to get more action, you hire coaches who are then going to become another version of you. But if you want them to get the most action, facilitated is what makes it happen. And so that was really, really, really cool.
Yeah,
that's great.
Awesome.
100%.
It makes me want to buy again.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and like you said, also the success path. You know, we're what we hit on, you know, earlier on in the conference is having that success path for our customers, and obviously Russell's practicing what he preaches and had that really clear success path. And I feel like, the pitch just keeps getting better year after year. You know, it gives that certainty that I think that everybody's looking for in the process.
Awesome.
Yeah,
okay.
It seems.
Sorry, Steve. Go, please.
I was say the linchpin really is tying everything together, even conceptually in my own mind.
Yeah.
All the years combined, and it's working.
We study all these things from Russell, and to see it all now organized and like, this is the organization. These are the phases. This is the steps. It's really, really clean, really helpful. It's almost like, here's your business plan. Just run.
Yeah.
Have your idea, have your calling, and run with it.
Start plugging in the pieces.
Yeah.
Decide where you need to start. If you don't know where to start where Russell suggests you start. Start plugging in the pieces.
Plug and play is the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to add to that, you know, like, I mean, that's ClickFunnels is built on a recurring subscription model. So not only is he teaching us principles and concepts of copy and messages and funnel and marketing and Dan Kennedy and everything, all put together, but he's also, he's like, you know what? I'm not just going to teach you how to do marketing, but I'm going to actually give you the ClickFunnels blueprint, because I mean, a lot of us are probably looking at the MRR, that can be created through something like ClickFunnels, and we're like, man, we love that for our business.
Yes.
And I think I'm sure Russell probably identified that and was like, hey, you know what? I want to serve my people, so I want to give them what I've been blessed with. He gets to wake up in the morning and he has that money that that's coming, that revenue that's coming in, and the impact that's able to be funded through that. So
and it's a big blessing and revelation for me, because we're learning the concept of funnel hacking, right? What popped into my mind was organization hacking, and I wanted to hack Russell's organization, and here he is just giving it like over delivering. I'm like, this is lovely.
Super cool. And the way he sold it, like revealing his path to make $100 million in a brand new business in the next 2 years, that was cool.
Yes.
So you do all this planning all the way through where he introduced the linchpin, he taught you all the pieces, and then during the pitch He literally said, this is how I'm applying the linchpin in order to make this happen. These are the numbers that I expect. This is how, and it was like,
break it down.
Yeah. Once he started to break it down, everyone started just massive cheering and getting really excited. They're like, he's like, oh, you like this now? Really? Yeah, this is cool.
We don't like it, we love it.
It was so cool. And so, yeah, I'm just excited to watch that launch when it happens and be there. So
I gotta say, I had a moment when he did the step down. It's like, look what we're gonna do with to get to 100 million. You could do this to get to $1 million on your own, and that was like, that hit me. I was like, that was good.
That was good.
Good. I literally texted somebody right after that. You know, when you text your friend something right after they do, you hit a part that something was done right. So I was like, oh my God.
For sure. All right. So really quick, before we close up, can you guys share, like, if there was, so you guys have your agency, you've helped multiple businesses.
Yes.
What is the one thing that you found that's a differentiator to help people win a 2 Comma Club award? Because you've both been on the stage at this point.
Yep.
What is that thing that you have found?
Yep. I would say the first thing that pops in my mind is for us, we run ads on social media ads. So it's creating creative that is unique. Majority of advertising out there is not to trash talk anyone, but it's subpar. So literally when we just create ads are unique and different, and we put our hearts into it, and it's aligned with the movement, like Radley and Brad Gibbs were talking about.
Yes.
And that's ingrained in the message, is the movement is in that message. That's going to help you stand out. We work specifically with residential contractors. So for residential contractors, that's what we implement into the advertising that we create. And 99% of other residential contractors out there are running ads that are all looking the same: licensed, bonded, insured, family owned and operated for the last 20 years. Get a free estimate. Here's an image ad of before and after. That's pretty much it. So when you step out and you get creative, you're literally separating yourself from the competition. And obviously then we take them into the funnel process, where we sift, like the gold pan, where you get rid of the dirt, you're left with the gold, and then obviously getting them into the CRM and booking them up. And so really, and obviously people listening to this aren't necessarily only residential contractors. Right. So for everybody, what I would say is a compelling message. The copy that Steve Larson was talking about, the messaging, Dan Kenny, that's what comes down to, is the message. And then just testing wise, for us, we always start small and we scale up. So, try a headline, try a hook, like Steve Larson was showing and creating, like, hey, here's 3 different options, test it on small budget and scale it up. And it's just iterations and being consistent and moving fast, because success likes speed. That is for sure. There's sometimes you're trying to catch lightning in a bottle. So that would be my quick tip.
Awesome. Steve, you got anything?
I would say, I mean, right along same with Brandon, but don't under the data, right?
Yeah.
Just pay attention to the data. Trust it. That's the best feedback. That's how you're going to be able to troubleshoot at any section of the campaign.
That's right. KPIs.
Yep.
We always say we got these 5 metrics that we're looking after. If you just keep the bumpers in the bowling alley and the 5 metrics on point, what's going wrong based on what those numbers are telling us. So we don't have to, there's so much complexity in our systems, right, that we build out. But if we can simplify and distill it down to these key things that we have to keep an eye at, they're indicators of what's going on. I don't even need to look at what's going on. You just show me that number and I can tell you what's going on without even looking at it. So like you're saying, so the metrics.
Yeah, the metrics. In a ways, I've described it as to know what's going on inside the body. You look, see what's on the outside. You scan your eyes. So there's a way to keep track of stuff. So it's not so complicated. When you look at it like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Know your numbers.
Numbers.
Awesome. All right. Well, that kind of wraps up.
I did want to say one thing, if I may.
Yes.
I just wanted to congratulate Russell on his award.
Yes, dude. We were like, what?
Napoleon Hill Foundation. I mean, that was remarkable. Yeah, that was, and he really deserved it. I mean, look what's happening. it's
That was cool.
changing the future.
I think I just saw Russell
Change
go
the
in the
world.
Hall of Fame right now today. This week. I mean, is there a marketing Hall of Fame? I think there should be.
It needs to be. We
Russell's
need to
one.
create that.
Russell.
There we go.
Titans
I'm just gonna plant that seed.
Just plant it.
Russell
That's
be a
cool.
young Titan.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Yeah,
Absolutely.
totally. He posted a picture of that on either in stories or on his. I saw a picture
Probably,
of it
yeah.
on social media somewhere. So if you missed that, you go check out Russell's page or profile. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's only the end of day 3.
Ah.
We have another day tomorrow with some awesome stuff going on. So we will make sure that we go live at some point, internet willing. So let us know what you guys are excited for. If you've been watching, keeping up, if you went and watched the State of the Union from yesterday, what are you excited for? Like, let us know down in the comments.
Yeah.
What you guys are excited about and what's going on over in your world. All right. So any last thoughts before we sign off for the night?
You know, I there's something about Russell painting the vision for where he wants to take everything, the community moving behind it, and the software massively jumping forward. That says something about where we're headed. And take note, because the times they be a changing, and it's really exciting. It's gonna be fun.
Yes.
Awesome.
Let's change the world.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Brandon, Steve, thanks for being on.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Making it fun.
Thank you for
Thanks,
having us. buddy.
guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
Okay, everybody else, make sure you are subscribed down. Oh, it's under me this time.
There we go.
Text FHTV to 208-231-3797. That'll get you all the notifications, which, by the way, are sent out with ClickFunnels 2.0.
Oh yeah.
I found that out today.
Oh.
So, yeah, I think that's it for us tonight. We'll be back with you guys tomorrow. We'll see you then.
See ya. Peace.
Bye, guys.
There are so many people walking around who don't know that they can change the world.
You were born to do something great with your life. As an entrepreneur, you're going to have painful experiences, but all pain is temporary. And if you can survive it, you will meet another version of yourself.
I was just numb. We were racking up credit cards. We stopped paying for our house. We literally were selling furniture out of our home.
I felt trapped and exhausted by my life, and I couldn't see a way out.
I felt like a shell of who I was made to be.
In life, you are most capable of helping the person you used to be. If you used to be broke, you can help broke people. If you used to be broken, you can help broken people.
It starts with you. You hear the call. You feel it. It's beating, it's pulsing. I'm made for something more.
We get scared.
And then fear hits us.
The little voices in the back of our head.
I'm not ready. I'm not worthy. The driven say, no, I'm going to do it. The driven are you guys here today.
More people are finding their breaking point and waking up.
I have a calling. Yesterday I realized I have to do this.
There's a soul here at ClickFunnels.
I felt like I had gone through the wardrobe of the Chronicles of Narnia, and I was just like, what is this magical place that makes billionaires?
I'm going to show you the magic trick that's made me all of my money.
My best-selling framework.
You start out closing if you're going to end up closing.
82% of customers trust influencers.
This better blow your mind and allow you to predict the future.
People need aliveness and meaning again.
Who do you want to become? What do you want to felt and experience in this one precious life?
You wouldn't be able to tell, but I ran the New York Marathon when I was 19. Life happened and my mom passed away. One of my daughters had a traumatic brain injury, wasn't expected to live.
When you meet somebody that continues to push through adversity, that is the definition of an entrepreneur. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to sponsor you through this journey because everybody deserves an opportunity. What you do with it is up to you.
People feel a sense of belonging here.
It feels like home. It's so encouraging because if they can do it, so can I.
it starts with saying, hey, next year we're going to get that.
Russell has a way of teaching that makes success faster.
In my opinion, he's the best marketer who ever lived.
You find exactly what your business is missing.
It's going to amplify every campaign you do.
If you've been thinking there has to be a better way to do this than what you're being told, I'm here to tell you you're right.
People might say you're too young or you're too old or your body's not right or you didn't go to the right school. Then one day, they're telling people how they met you.
Funnel Hacking Live changed my entire life because now I know what I'm going to do next.
Your family's going to be blessed. Your legacy's going to be blessed. Movements are about to be birthed.
My story hopefully gave women permission.
If you believe me, stand to your feet. You do not have to be great to get started, but you have got to start if you ever want to be great.